Here we go. Good evening, everyone. Joe Carullo at Carullo's Corner at it'sallaboutScores.com and it'sallaboutsports.com. Tonight is season 2, episode 4 of the Mike Wilson Show. Mike, as usual, say hello to the crowd.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Joe.
Welcome. It's great to have you here again, Mike. Before we get into what's going on this week, tough loss Friday night. I got to see the film. Want to tell us a little bit about the game, and I'll have a couple questions for you myself.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, the game started off. We had an early turnover. Defense got a great stop, and it seems like we're going to be in the game. A couple of mistakes here or there, a couple of penalties. We were in it. Got a couple key turnovers and stuff like that. And again, we're grinding along, and it's all about consistency. We're not consistently putting stuff together yet. I think I said last week we got a long way to go, and every week it's just plugging along, trying to find that chemistry, trying to find that consistency, and just keep building on it because there's flashes every week. We just got to put those flashes together.
I've seen that. Now, besides the obvious lack of consistency, what would you say was the biggest problem if you had to nitpick something?
Oh, physicality, Joe. I mean, they were just more physical than us as the game went on. And I've said this before, there's no quick fix for physicality. We're young. We need another year in the weight room, and we just got to keep battling.
All right. So there's got to be some positives that came out of this. Like I said, this is a young team. We all know that. Everybody, follows high school football here in South Jersey. What could you say you found that was positive that you say this is something we're going to build on?
Well, I mean, the kids don't quit. They played for 48 minutes. They played an entire game. Didn't matter what the time was under the clock. The kids played football, and there were spots where we did things great. We moved the ball great in certain situations. We stopped them in certain situations. We blocked the punt. I mean, there's good things that we did. We just don't put them together.
Right. So that goes back to the consistency and physicality. Like I said, that's going to come a lot. You have a lot of sophomores starting. You mentioned a lot of times that will come in time. Moving on to this week. It's a very winnable game. You're playing a team, the Highland Tartans, that are, I'd say, in a similar situation. They're 0-3. They're struggling. 1-0's got to go this week, and I believe you have a legitimate shot at winning this game.
Well, absolutely. We go in every game. We coach to win every game. We go play every game. It's at home, which is nice. And again, we have had a really good week of practice. I'll say probably our best week we've had. The kids are learning how to practice because you play the way you practice. So again, Tuesday was great. Today was really another good day. We can put those together. I think we're going to be all right. I think we got a great shot tonight. I mean, Highland too. Yeah, they're in the same boat as we are, but you watch them on film. We're going to have our hands full on Friday night. But again, if practice is any indication, we're going to be ready to go.
All right, so tell me a little bit about this team. What's Highland have? What do you like about them? What do you, I'll get into their strengths and weaknesses, what you could do to exploit their weakness, and what you have to look out for how they can beat you.
They have a very good running back. He runs tough. Quarterback's mobile, can get out of the pocket. He can make things happen when there's nothing there. Their 3 linebackers were very good. I think their 3 linebackers are the strength of their defense. You got some older kids that you can tell they've been playing a little bit and stuff. Again, same boat. I think if you watch their film, it's the same thing, consistency. So you got 2 teams. It's going to be the team that can put it together, who doesn't beat themselves, and who's more consistent on Friday night. It's going to be a good one for us.
Anybody in particular on that team? I know you mentioned running back, a couple of linebackers. Anybody in particular has your attention that you really?
The running back runs hard. He absolutely does. The 3 backers are very good, physical, downhill players. Again, they got speed, they got talent. The quarterback can get out of pocket, which is going to make second and third and long nervous. Even if you haven't bottled up, he seems to get out of things. Again, you tell they got some older kids out there, and they got some thumpers, man. It's going to be a good game.
All right. Moving on to the rest of South Jersey, I'm going to go over a little bit of last week. A couple of huge upsets, a couple of oh my gods, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
Start out, Shawnee upsetting Camden. Probably the biggest upset of the week. Nobody saw that coming. What do you think? It's the Renegade. You never count them out.
You took the words right out of my mouth. All the years of coaching and playing, you never count out a Shawnee team, regardless of how down you think they are or how many young kids they're playing. They come ready to play. They have the tradition. Those kids play hard for him all the time.
And they're not down. I know for a fact it's a good Shawnee team. It's not one of the more elite Shawnee teams that have existed. They haven't seen an elite team in a good couple of years, to be honest with you. But This and being associated with them for so long, I can tell you mentally, it's a win like this that sets them in that direction. That when they get in that direction, very hard to stop.
Absolutely.
One of the
No,
hardest
like I
games.
said, doesn't matter. They're well coached. Then they just keep grinding, man. Never count them out ever, regardless of the situation.
And take nothing away from Camden. I think this is going to motivate them, and
Oh
I
yeah,
look for them to. They have an interesting one against Holy Spirit this week. Tough one to call, but I know they're going to be motivated, and the Spirit better be ready to play because this team is going to be motivated after that loss.
I was just
But
gonna say I don't want to play them after a loss.
right, but hey, Holy Spirit, take nothing away from them. They're not going to be lying down. This
Oh,
could
absolutely not.
potentially be a great game. Mainland Millville last week, one of the strangest games, one of the strangest games I've seen. I guess for those that don't know, it was a 22-21 Millville win. Mainland, by all assumptions, one would think Mainland was closing the game out.
Yes.
A missed field goal changed everything. One play later, Millville with a big play of an 80-yard pass downfield. They went for two and won the game. Hats off to them. Hats off to Mainland, too, on a very hard-fought game. As far as Millville goes, I said last week, the best 0-2 team in South Jersey.
Yes.
This win, an 0-3 start would have been really bad for them because their schedule's a gauntlet. It could have been a problem. This set them, talk about change of direction. I think this set them back where they need to be, and they will contend, for one of the, two sectional titles. I also believe this could be a motivator for Mainland. This could also be the spark that they needed to turn their season around. And, possibly, what the goal is there. They want that fourth straight sectional title.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This could be that spark that they need to turn them around. Sometimes you need that. And we all know how great of a coaching staff they have. And I'm sure, Chuck and the guys are going to have them motivated to get back in that direction and go for that big number 4.
Oh, absolutely. I think that motivates you. Like you said, it was a close game. I don't know anything about it, but this score just tells you it was a nail biter. And
what a game.
And again, I think never count out, and man will be ready to play. That's no questions asked.
Yeah, and it's fun. I think it's a game like that, that was so well played by both teams. I think, in a strange way, it set both teams in a direction where they're set up to succeed. Like I said, one's going to be motivated by the loss. One's going to gain momentum by the win. Again, it's going to be an interesting ride all the way through. Any other games that got your attention last week?
Honestly, no. I mean, I was aware of the Mainland game. I always followed my guys, but like outside of that, not really, Joe. I mean, I just been, me, I'm just focused on the here and now with us.
All right, coming up this week, any game that has your attention aside from your Highland game, I'm going to give you a couple of mine today. Yeah,
give me a couple because I'm narrow-minded.
All right. Before I do, I'm going to say this. I like to pride this show and our network on giving everybody attention. A lot of times, the same schools get attention every week. We've talked about Camden. We've talked about Mainland. We've talked about St. Augustine. We've talked about all the usual suspects.
Yes.
Riverside at Burlington City. Group 1 schools. They don't get talked about much. Both undefeated.
Yeah. Now, what? It's funny. I was thinking about Riverside. I mean, I know the guys over there played them at Shalleck. Bobby does a great job over there. He's been building for a few years and doesn't surprise me at all. My conversations with him in the offseason, working with him in the All-Star game, then Riverside being 3-0 does not surprise me at all. He does a great job over there. He's built that program from the ground up. And he's an alumni guy too, so he cares a lot about that school.
Right. Well, I don't know much about either team. Burlington City's also 3-0. Got to give them some love here.
Absolutely.
Don't know a thing about them. And it's funny. These are 2 schools nobody talks about. So I'm glad to talk about them. This could be the potential game of the week. Somebody's going to go 4-0, and neither of these teams go 4-0 normally. So,
well, and again, when you look at Group 1's pretty wide open outside of Glassboro on top, and I think either of these 2 teams could be battling for the next highest seed and stuff like that. And again, I just know a little bit more about Riverside because I played against them for a couple of years, seeing them live in action. So them being 3-0 right now doesn't surprise me. Knowing kind of work they do down there.
Right, going up to Group 4, Winslow at St. Augustine this week. You have the two top ranked teams in South Jersey. This could go either way.
Yeah, not Riverside. I mean, Winslow, after that tough game against Bergen and stuff like that, they got something to prove. And it's going to be a good game.
It will be. I've been hearing, and hats off to St. Augustine, too. From what I've been hearing, this is the best St. Augustine team that they've had in years. And they've had some good ones. That's a big deal to say that because they've had some good ones. This could go either way. I know their line, I understand, is huge, and their running back is a bulldozer.
Yes.
Could Winslow handle that? I don't know. Could St. Augustine handle this vaunted Winslow passing attack? I don't know. The winner is going to be the fans.
Yes.
The neutral fans, that is. I don't think if you have a horse in this race, somebody's not going home.
I mean, it could be a great high school football game. So if you're a fan of football, I think you're going to enjoy that game.
Exactly. Moving back, we keep mentioning mainland. Talk about usual suspects.
Yeah.
Schedule's not going to get easier. They have Cherokee this week. This is another tough one to call. You have one team coming off of a big loss. They have something to prove. They're going to be coming in there, guns blazing, as the old saying goes. Cherokee, the same thing. You talk about a great program over the years. This team's no different. This is a solid Cherokee team. They're not lying down. They're going to be well prepared. And another tough one to call.
I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a one possession game. It's going to be a field goal game, and it's going to who makes the last play last. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But those teams are so close. Toughest division in the West Jersey Football League. It's going to be another good one.
Yeah, and I want you last year, Mainland did dominate the game. They beat Cherokee 31-0. A lot of those kids gone, a lot of those kids back.
Yeah.
Also has a lot of kids back, but they seem to be trending in the right direction right now. They have I know last week was a tough one against St. Augustine, but it's not. I wouldn't say that's a good reference point for.
I tend to agree. It's gonna be a good game, Joe.
Should be another great game. Going back to last week again, I keep talking about this game, Millville. Again, we're talking about usual suspects.
Yeah.
Washington to play Washington Township.
It's gonna be good. Again, Township's doing. I mean, again, that's gonna be another great game.
It is. You have the class of Group 5 so far, along with Rancocas Valley. Let's not forget about them. Taking on, a team that I think salvaged their season last week in Millville. They're going to be one of the top contenders in Group 4, playing against the number 1 Group 5 team as of right now. What do you think?
Again, it's a coin toss, Joe. It's going to be a great game, and it's going to come down to the last couple of plays of the game. I think it's going to come down. It's going to take 48 full minutes for either team.
Yeah, and I think all those 5 games that I mentioned have potential to come down to the last minute. And just mention 5 really close ones. I want to mention one more. Saturday morning, Paulsboro hosting Collingswood. This also has some potential to be pretty good. This is one of the better Collingswood teams we've seen.
Yes.
Paulsboro is Paulsboro again.
They got all their kids back from last year. I played them twice. I know pretty well. So Paulsboro is loaded. All those kids been playing.
And as you know, Mike, Collingswood also returned a lot of kids.
No, like you said, Collingswood's been building too. So this has the same kind of things. Be a good matchup.
Yeah, could this be the year that Collingswood breaks through? If it is, it's got to start Saturday morning.
Yes, it does. Now, there's a lot of good games this weekend, Joe. I think you tailored like the top 6, but there's going to be a lot of good games.
I got a couple more here. I want to mention some more teams of familiarity to both of us. Again, Collingswood coming off a bad loss to West Effort. However, again, it's not such a great reference because I think West Effort's one of the top Group 2 teams. Your old Thanksgiving rivalry, Cumberland, hosting a surprise St. Joe team who is on their way back.
Well, you got 3-0 Cumberland, and I think St. Joe's 2-0.
2-0. Yeah, 2-0. I was at their Gammy game last week. Their defense looked really, really good. Could be interesting. Cumberland's running back, Pierce, I believe this is.
Yeah, Pierce, yes.
It's going to be interesting to see how he matches up against his defense.
Yeah, again, you got 2 surprise teams, 3-0. Cumberland's doing a great job there. St. Joe, after a couple down years, they're 2-0. Again, I'm happy for both programs, man. It's tough to win.
Yeah, no, I am too, and I think that the Pierce versus the St. Joe defense might make all the difference there.
Yeah, that's the game within the game.
Yeah, because I think St. Joe's strength is that defense. They were tackling really well, getting to the bowl last week, and we know what Pierce can do. One other one I want to throw by you here real quick. Haddonfield Seneca.
Okay.
Another usual suspect, Haddonfield. Seneca doesn't get much talk. We'll give him some attention here tonight. The 3-0. Seneca has yet to have that signature win, though. I think they're looking for that one win that really is going to brand their program to be talked about. Here's a program. Now, mind you, okay, they beat Haddonfield last year. Okay, but Haddonfield, they've been down for a year. I wouldn't say down for a year or two, but they haven't been elite for a year or two. They want to get back to that. Both teams have something to prove here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it's going to be another great game. And like I said, Seneca's putting another good year together. Haddonfield's doing Haddonfield things. So it's going to be a good game. Two well-coached teams.
Absolutely. All right, Mike, anything else heading into this week's games that, any of these games, including yours, that has your attention that, we normally wouldn't cover?
No, besides, man, it goes fast. We're already in technically 3, but week 4. We're like halfway through the regular season already. It's
not going to slow
down.
It goes fast. Yeah, it's going to go. It's going to
goes extremely fast. Enjoy it. Enjoy the good football because there's going to be a lot of good games this weekend.
Absolutely, and this could be that turning. Like I said, this could be that turning point weekend. There's a lot of games that are going to decide which direction team seasons are going to go in. Not that you can't turn that around, but it's sometimes good momentum or bad momentum could go a long way.
Absolutely, 100%.
A lot of teams are going to be tested. Though, did I mention Shawnee and Rancocas Valley? I mentioned Shawnee beating Camden earlier. Another big game. How could I forget Shawnee versus Rancocas Valley?
There's a ton of great games this weekend. That's going to be another good one. Wow.
What I find most interesting about this game, okay, Shawnee totally now, rising up. That momentum could be knocked down in one swift stroke with this RV team. I've seen RV. They're very efficient. They can beat probably almost anyone. Again, this is such a mental matchup here because I know, okay, Rancocas Valley quarterback was injured. I believe he's out for a few weeks, if I have my facts straight.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. Going against a hot Shawnee team, that could be a problem for them. However, they're surrounded by other talent. It's a momentum game. This is going to be good. It's going to be a great game itself. And it's going to be a lot's going to have to do with the seed. There's going to be a lot of seeding implications with this.
Oh, again, it's any given week, though. And again, I think it's going to be another great game. I really do.
Yeah, this is going to affect a lot. Can't wait till Sunday night when the PowerPoints and the OSI and everything else comes out. It's going to be a lot of shuffling this week.
Oh, yeah. Sunday nights are fun now. OSI comes out every week now.
I know the guy who's doing it, started doing it week 3. I said, this guy, John, is great. He really does a great job there.
Yeah, and he does a great job.
I remember he didn't do this till like week 5, but I think, the excitement, everybody's waiting now. And I know you can't, look, Mike, the playoff situation, you can't tell a thing right now. This is a long, long horse race where
it could change dramatically week to week.
It's a marathon. But what's fun is during this marathon, and like I said, Sunday night, it's going to be really awesome to see what changed. Not that any of it's going to mean anything because so much is going to change. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of what is going to happen afterwards is going to be based on a lot of momentum, good or bad that some of these teams have.
Oh, and again, like you said, week to week, you never know. Sometimes you win, you go up, then you go down. Like you're not going to know until the cutoff. You just don't know.
No, but that's what's great about it. It's like the baseball season. Major League Baseball is about a 6-month season.
Yeah.
Teams hot in April. Oh, they're going to the World Series. Oh, and they're down in May. Oh, they're done. They're finished. And then next thing you know, they had a couple major wins against teams they should have never beaten, or you lose against somebody you never thought you lose to, and it changes everything. I think this year so far, 3 weeks into the season, we're seeing that. And again, that momentum, I keep mentioning the word momentum. It's going to go up and down, I think. Just got to see who could hang on, get the most favorable position in the playoffs and go from there.
100%. Just get in. That's the name of the game. Get in and go from there. Just get in. Right.
Mike, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Good luck Friday night. Hopefully you crack the win column. We'll have a lot more to talk about next Wednesday. Absolutely, Joe. Thank you again. I appreciate it. No problem. Everyone, it's Joe Carullo again at Carullo's Corner at itsallaboutscores.com and itsallaboutssports.com. We will see you guys next week.